Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Kai Lavelle once more. As we all know, the world is a very interesting place. And as time goes on, it gets more and more toxic, especially when it comes to human reaction. Battle of the sexes. I'm better than you. I don't have to do this. You're supposed to do that. Well, we have lover training courses now, and any home could be broken, of course. So basically, it sounds like a lot of men are just going to have to settle for sex workers. That's what it sounds like. Let's check this clip out.
3 sentences made a man spend 180,000 on me.
Whoa.
I'm really good at getting men to send me money, and I'm a con artist who understands human nature well. A few days ago, I was chatting online with a male friend. With the first sentence, I said, "Wow, I'm really a good woman. I'll give you a chance to marry me." He laughed out loud, took a moment to process what I said. That's the typical straight man reaction. Then, with the second sentence, I said, "You look the most attractive when you're making money for our happy life together." He was thrilled again. And with the third sentence, I said, "Honey, I know a sure win investment. I'm so happy." From then on, I didn't have to do anything. He eagerly went to the bank to transfer me the money.
And where did he get his money from? Well, being that in this culture, a lot of families help out their children, so I hope he didn't dip into his family's fund. Oh no, not for no girl. But then again, you have guys on here that are selling their homes because they gave all their money to streamers because they thought they had a chance at love with them. Jesus.
The so-called lover training course emerged in China in the past 2 years and has become very popular among women, specializing in teaching how to legally avoid the risks of destroying families and how to attract wealthy men. The course is divided into different categories with varying fees.
Well, I was going to say they should bring this to America too, but then it's already here. We have OnlyFans. Oh boy.
The training for rich beauties costs 3,000 yuan, while the course for the wives of magnates costs 20,000 yuan. In addition to the course fee, after successful completion, a service fee must be paid. What is the service fee? For example, if after the instructor's guidance the student receives any item, they will pay 10% of the market value as a service fee. By quickly researching Chinese communities and social networks, it is possible to find very eye-catching advertisements for these courses with a bizarre moral deviation, such as these 2 advertisements I came across while researching this topic. Sister Amy is a national marriage and family advisor with 5 years of experience in emotional guidance. She's known by her students as the greatest gold producer. Her specialty is the 36 strategies for seducing the soul and capturing the heart method.
Sounds kind of narcissistic. So what do you do once you capture this? So basically it's like a yo-yo. You just flip the person around, and if they don't act right, you just get rid of them.
Created by Professor Ling Tong Tong. She excels at controlling the subconscious emotional state and, without the man realizing, gives him the X1 brain, making him change for her. She teaches how to secretly control the thoughts of different men based on their characteristics, becoming the dominant partner in the relationship. With this, you can make men invest large sums of money. Students of Mr. Warmheart are able to ask men for expensive gifts like a 300,000 yuan bracelet, or even request that a man buy them a house.
But see, what I'm noticing is, okay, we're gonna bring it back to the West. I don't hear women really saying that these guys have to own all these cars and houses, but these women do expect for you to at least have a space of your own, even if you're renting a room from somebody. I mean, hey. But then now that everything is so expensive now, people aren't ashamed as much in America for living at home with family. It's either you live at home with family or you have 5 to 10 roommates, which to me is like living with a bunch of rats because you never know what's going to come up missing. Thieves in the temple.
Controlling a man's money, you can make him unable to live without you. She is also particularly skilled at getting rid of mistresses and handling ex-boyfriends. Her main focus is making men invest money, reforming scoundrels, controlling women's financial power, helping couples reunite quickly, eliminating mistresses, and regulating mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationships. This method is ideal for students who want to control high-value men in their relationships. The National Marriage and Family Counselor specializes in seduction techniques and charm strategies. As a letter writer, they have earned the nickname Cupid Goddess. Chayet professional training includes 36 strategies for soul seduction and heart conquest under Professor Ling Tong Tong, along with various hypnosis techniques and practical expertise in the desire induction method. The focus is on helping clients quickly establish high-value relationships and attract high-value male partners. Their expertise lies in enchanting conversation techniques designed to create instant attraction. The methods claim to rekindle desire in former partners and spouses, encouraging voluntary financial investment and support. Successful clients have reportedly become regular members, with additional services including strategies for managing relationship competition. Core specialties include rapid attraction of high-quality type A men, relationship influence techniques,
How to be the best prostitute. That's pretty much what this is. This is just advertisement for high-class prostitution. Damn. I mean, so how is the oldest profession growing in this generation? It's like, this is a young person's game. This only works for young women. I don't think this is going to work so well for the older women, but whatever.
converting casual relationships into committed ones, relationship conflict resolution, and marriage crisis intervention. The practice particularly caters to students aspiring to develop persuasive relationship skills and provides guidance on securing financial investments from partners. My participants in these so-called mistress training courses who aspire to become third-party lovers are usually dressed in high-end brands like Chanel or Louis Vuitton, with heavy makeup and eyes brimming with the desire to learn. At first glance, you'd think they were business professionals entering an MBA program, not a course on becoming mistresses. Instructors stand on stage delivering passionate speeches and chanting slogans. There is no family that can't be broken, only people unwilling to change. They don't guarantee everyone will learn successfully, but they do assure full after-sales support. Since they're in this line of business, they've come prepared. Besides the main instructors, there are also experienced third-party professionals on site to mentor students. This isn't just talk. They use PowerPoint presentations, handouts on smartphones, and allow practice at home for those who need it. They emphasize that appearance is key to success as a third-party lover, since the men interested in such arrangements usually value looks.
I'm going to say this will work out for them until they get about 40. Then what? This is short-lived. This is just like OnlyFans. It's short-lived. I mean, you probably have a lot of fun, but the best things only last for so long. So I want to know how many people that have daughters is okay with this. Because, I mean, this is somebody's daughter, somebody's relative, sister, cousin. So y'all about to have a big reputation. Reputation's on the line. But see, the thing is, the goal is to keep this low key. These are skeletons that you keep in the closet. But then we have a generation of people that are so desperate to get everything out online and be like, yeah, I did this with so-and-so. I'm like, why are you advertising that online? Y'all stupid. There's public forums on the internet with guys talking about what they did with sex workers. I'm like, you guys are idiots. These only low value men broadcast to the world in public forums what they did with women.
To address this, the course includes training on posture, figure, and eye contact. At the end of the course, there's even a graduation exam. What qualifies as a passing grade? The course provides contact details for 10 successful men, and students must secure a date with at least one of them. If successful, they pass. For those who feel unprepared, the course offers simulations on seduction techniques, how to attract other women's husbands, disrupt families, and claim the spoils of someone else's success. Hard to believe, isn't it? But whether we like it or not, these courses, which erode values and negatively influence society, have openly popped up in major cities like Beijing and Shanghai over the past 2 years, with some even guaranteeing distribution services. Damn. It's hard not to imagine that major industry magnates are backing these courses, earning profits from training fees and later offering the graduates for selection. 1 hit, 3 targets.
Man, it's amazing how many ways you could prostitute people now, right? That's crazy. But see, like they said, I don't think this is not going to make it to a lot of the smaller cities. like let's say populations that are like 100 to 200,000 people. No, those too small. You need to be in a city that has thousands or maybe even 1 million people to actually make it effective. Areas where there's business areas of business where there's corporate CEOs, you need to be in those types. Cities with large skyscrapers with a lot of important people that come in, do business and leave. Basically, a place like LA, New York, this will work perfect in those type of cities because there's so many people and there's so much deals and everything to be made. But and then, you know, when people come out of town, they want some quick fun. They might not want to go to the bar. They might want to try this. But damn.
Wow, has the strategy of Lao NU, women who target men's money, evolved to such an advanced level now? 10 men, 9 can't escape. Don't doubt it, folks. After watching this video, make sure to hold onto your wallets tight. Everyone knows, if you think that today's Lao NU just manipulate men by using love as a front to take money, then you're underestimating the situation. Why? Because that's easy to spot. The game of the more sophisticated ones is different. They cast wide nets, cultivate their targets, and select the best through competition in the big leagues. What's the technique? These Lao NU typically have good looks, speak in a seductive manner, and use that to their advantage. They meet a lot of guys and pick out some who have money, discarding the ones with nothing to offer. And of course, they work on the conversations and their emotional appeal, building up a lot of emotional value. These guys fall for it completely. Then, when the sister comes in with a clever trick, she makes a small gesture of spending money, like ordering food, and these guys, feeling special, think she really likes them. And then, they start feeling like they're Prince's Charming.
Oh, God.
But here's the trick. They are not alone. They work in groups. They go out with friends to confirm that they really approve of the guy, and soon the friend starts saying, "Wow, my friend likes you so much," and the guy starts feeling pressured to keep investing. And of course, he begins to spend and give expensive gifts to impress them. After a while, if he's not careful, the group starts to drain him even more, asking for large sums of money to maintain the good relationship. When he can't take it anymore, that's when the real betrayal happens. In the end, he's discarded and realizes he was manipulated. But the worst part is that, since he knows he acted wrong, he leaves the situation with his tail between his legs. Now, if you think you'll escape these situations, you'd better stay alert and not fall into the temptation of being generous with those who don't deserve it. The lesson is clear. These women know what they're doing, and if you don't keep an eye out, you'll end up being part of the statistic. Take note, folks, stay sharp and don't fall for these tricks.
Well, I can't even say passport bros because most passport bros don't have this kind of money. These are pretty much people that live in these countries already, but they're just so higher up and above everybody. CEO status, nice dress code status, business people.
How do digger girls make money through dating? Guys out there, you need to learn how to protect yourselves. Today, I'll share the entire process of how my friend was tricked by a digger girl. This video you need to like, save and share with your male friends, because 99% of digger girls follow this same pattern.
Digger girl.
My friend met a beautiful girl at a bar. She was very attractive but didn't talk much, which made her seem unique. They exchanged contact information and my friend thought she would be hard to get, so at first he didn't plan on pursuing her. But this girl kept saying her family was strict, that she rarely went out and didn't have many friends. She said that maybe because she seemed cold, no one ever chased her. This is the first move, releasing a signal of accessibility, letting him know that he had a chance. From then on, she started showing care, texting him, chatting until late, inviting him to hang out, go to bars or play games. She showed a lot of interest. My friend got hooked, thinking she really liked him, and began pursuing her intensely. By this stage, the groundwork had been laid, and she started the harvest phase. She would always find ways to hint that she needed money, saying things like she couldn't pay rent, couldn't pay off her credit card, or needed clothes. But the trick of digger girl is that they also offer a token of appreciation in return. For example, my friend bought her an LV bag for Christmas, and she gave him a sweatshirt worth about 300 yuan, which moved him a lot. Their relationship seemed intense, and even their friends thought they were together.
Seems like a lot of energy wasted though. But have you noticed that whatever gifts that they give in appreciation, it's never near the amount of what he gave her. So that's another red flag too. That's like me. I take you to Ruth Chris Steakhouse and you bring me to damn Applebee's.
But from the beginning, she never confirmed they were dating. She said she'd been hurt before, that she wasn't ready, and asked for time to heal before they could be together because she wanted a pure and clean love.
That's a red flag right there. What that means is she wants to keep her options open and juggle the other 10 dudes that she's talking to.
These words moved him to the point of almost crying, thinking she was truly good and innocent. But his money quickly ran out, and once that happened, she started distancing herself, using work as an excuse. My friend couldn't handle it, and they started arguing a lot. Eventually, the girl said, "You're really immature and dramatic.
Ooh.
I thought you were the one, but now I see we're not compatible." This is the digger girl tactic. When she sees you have no more value, she pulls away and blames everything on you. So guys, have a good heart, but know how to protect yourselves. You may want a sweet relationship to find someone to marry, but keep your eyes wide open. Some girls aren't sincere. If you lose money, you can always earn it back, but if your heart gets hurt, you don't know when you'll get over it.
One of the most notorious cases involves a woman who charged only 2,000 yuan for one night, but ultimately married a millionaire thanks to her manipulation skills. Within just 41 days of marriage, she managed to secure 13 million yuan from her husband. Eventually, overwhelmed by her endless demands, he reached a breaking point. Notably, before this, she had been married 3 times, each relationship lasting less than 2 months, consistently deceiving her partners and leaving with significant fortunes.
Man, how toxic can a person be? Is it that serious? So, for women that have time to do this, I'm assuming you don't have much of a job. Or what is the point of having one if you have all this time to do this? What's the point of working when you could take somebody else's money? A sucker's money. Now, she don't even look like the type. If this is really even the girl that did this, but whew. And see, that's why they tell you guys not to leave with your wallet. But yet, guys are going to keep doing it, get manipulated, and self-delete.
Su Xiaomao was born in 1980 in rural Fujian, the youngest of 5 siblings. His family's financial challenges meant that nearly all of his education was funded by his siblings' hard work. Fortunately, Su Xiaomao excelled in school, earning scholarships and eventually pursuing a master's degree in Beijing. Using his skills, he developed software that led him to become a millionaire. Despite his success, he stayed humble, supporting his family and covering his nieces' and nephews' tuition fees. Although successful, Su Xiaomao hadn't found his ideal partner. Trying his luck online, he was introduced to Zhai Xinxin. After their first meeting, he felt optimistic. She came from a traditional family in Shandong, held a master's degree, and had a profile that seemed perfect. To his surprise, she invited him out the very next day, claiming to have fallen for him at first sight. Trusting her, he didn't suspect it was all an act. They soon began dating officially, and Su Xiaomao bought Zhai Xinxin a Tesla worth
Bought her a whole car. Man, that's how you know you really head over heels when you buy a car for somebody, right? Or let alone pay their rent. Jesus.
1.08 million yuan. She shared photos of the car on social media but made no mention of him. On April 30th, 2017, he introduced her to his parents. She impressed them with her politeness, and his parents were pleased, even gifting her 7,000 yuan. Later, she suggested a trip to Hainan, where she encouraged him to buy a 3.2 million yuan apartment in her name, followed by a luxury shopping spree, costing him over 5 million yuan. Su Xiaomao soon began noticing red flags. On May 31st, she mentioned a strange dream about marriage and divorce, which led him to question her past. She admitted to a fake marriage to help a friend buy property, but refused to provide further details. Although suspicious, he apologized the next day, and they planned to marry on June 6th. However, on June 5th, when he requested to see her divorce documents, she demanded 880,000 yuan as compensation if he insisted. Shockingly, he paid. Upon reviewing her documents, he discovered that her...
See, that's where he messed up at. He could have avoided a whole disaster right there if he could have just refused the payment. And see, I want to know to all the guys that are getting these women for free, where they at? You can't contact them. You ain't in contact with them no more. And what did they look like? These guys that always say they got all these women for free, they never had to pay for anything. Have you noticed that I call these mystery girls, because nobody knows about these girls that these guys got for free. To me, so when I hear that, all I think of is water buffaloes with a few kids, or they're ugly.
Her ex-husband was not the friend she had mentioned, but someone entirely different. Realizing he had been deceived, their arguments intensified, with her making increasingly larger demands and threats. Feeling trapped, on July 16th, Su Xiaomao signed the divorce papers, but under severe pressure, ended his life shortly after. Seeking justice, his family filed a legal action against Zhai Xinxin. Following his passing, Su Xiaomao's family continued their pursuit of justice. On June 9, 2023, Zhai Xinxin was arrested. When detained, she attempted to apologize, but his family rejected her. She faced charges of extortion and was brought to trial in March 2020.
You know who the biggest victims are of these cases? These high-risk investors, these guys that are in the crypto game. They're debt-free. So yeah, you're debt-free until you get divorced and you get in debt and you get hit with alimony and everything. See, these guys are debt-free because they're not taking any real chances in life. They're single. They don't have any kids until you meet the wrong gold digger and all that shit goes down the drain. So all it takes is the wrong person to end whatever investments and everything you got going on. That's why I be laughing at these guys. I'm like, yeah, you're debt-free right now. How long would that last? Not very long.
With the family hoping for accountability against the woman who had caused so much despair.
Nowadays, women who exploit men financially have lost all moral boundaries. They typically use these 5 methods to get money from men. This video is a must-watch for men. Save it, like it, and watch it repeatedly. Even if you don't need it now, your son will need it in the future.
Ooh.
Usually, women with lower educational levels have a simple mindset and aren't romantic, so they'll be direct with you, saying things like, if you like me, take me shopping, or my birthday is coming up, buy me a bag. The second type of woman is less obvious. She likes to use hints to provoke men into giving her money, like posting her remaining balance, sharing her credit card bill, or subtly complaining about being broke, which triggers sympathy. For example, she'll tell you she saw a watch, jewelry, bag, or pair of shoes online and then send you the link saying, "Oh, I really like this. I'm going to work extra hours this month and definitely buy it next month." What she's really saying is, I'll be too busy making money to spend time with you, but if you buy it for me, I'll have more time for you. The third type of woman uses excuses. When she asks a man for money, she always has an excuse that's hard to refuse. For instance, she might say, last night after work, my bag got stolen and my new phone was in it. So she calls using a friend's phone and asks, can you lend me 5,000 to buy a new one? If you don't lend it to her, she has a reason to ignore you.
Oh man, I'm getting a headache watching this. So basically, gentlemen, just tell her you broke. And how she reacts is pretty much who she really is towards you. She either gonna stick with you and get some money with you, or more than likely, she's just gonna not talk to you no more and delete all your contact information. And that's okay, because you dodged a bullet. Congratulations.
And you might miss your chance to pursue her, as she'll say true feelings show in times of hardship. The fourth type is all about conditions. If you want something from her, she'll demand something in return. During live streams, for example, many fans of a female streamer have had this painful experience. If you want to meet her, she might say, can you send me 10 more gifts? That'll help me reach my goal for the month, and then I'll meet you. If you don't help her, everything you sent before was in vain. Finally, women with high emotional intelligence don't ask directly for money, they use tactics. This higher-level manipulation usually involves several people working together, aiming for big money. For example, she might arrange for a successful man to call while she's with you and put him on speakerphone. The wealthy man says he really likes her and would buy her a house or a car if she agrees to be his girlfriend. She'll then refuse him, looking at you as if she's giving up a huge offer to be with you. You're touched, feeling like you've finally found someone genuine.
No.
Nowadays, these women are paying to learn online techniques, from how to have a provider partner to relationship success strategies. So, when dealing with these women, men need to keep their wallets tightly shut.
Before she even started talking. So basically, wow, this is scary content, ain't it? So you guys really have to be on guard now, like a watchdog. So play your video games, watch your anime, find a way to get more money. The next level stuff, I don't know what to tell you guys. And if you have that itch, you know where to go to get that, to resolve that itch. You're just gonna have to pay for it. It's better than getting played, right?
No matter where you are, if you want to get married, the costs are very high. Do you think marriage has benefits?
For men, no. Zero. In the West, nothing. And see, only a loser is gonna say that you need to have money to have all these women, when really you need the correct social circle. It's all about your social circle and where you're about to go. Well, of course, they're going to want to go with you, but you just have to stop and think, how does this person benefit me if I take them with me? So basically, if they wasn't with you when you was on the raggedy road, they not going to be with you. They shouldn't be with you on the smooth road.
Continuing the family name. Having someone to take care of you when you're old, that makes me laugh. Now, let me ask everyone watching, how many of you can confidently say, I can take care of my parents all by myself? I'd respect that person. With such severe aging in society, in the future, one young person will have to support 3 or 4 elderly people. How could that be feasible? In the end, each person will have to rely only on themselves. Do you remember that case that was trending recently? There are so many training courses out there teaching women to see dating and marriage as a business, to exploit men financially, treating them as if they were ATMs.
I mean, really, we don't need courses on that, especially here in the US. You want to know why? Because most middle-aged people are in sexless marriages. And once the sex ends, pretty much living with a roommate. And you miss the old times. So you'll go out and buy a brand new SUV at the Lexus dealership, hoping that she'll sleep with you. And you shouldn't have to do that. Because there's guys that are spending money on women and they still not getting nothing from it. So that's just a shame on you.
Once they confirm there's no more value to be squeezed out, they discard him and seamlessly move on to the next. There was a case of a young guy talented in gaming who saved up 510,000 yuan in 2 years. At 21, just entering society, he met a woman 6 years older than him, a skilled manipulator. She kept brainwashing him, making him prove his love through money. He'd stay up all night gaming to make money to send to her, and in the end, he was so mentally oppressed that he even risked his own life. Similar cases include that infamous scam where a woman tricked a man into giving her 13 million, constantly pressuring him until he took his own life.
Damn.
Who still has high hopes for marriage?
This shit is dark as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Damn. What's wrong with people? I guess more money, more problems, right? But, oh my God. Well, I don't even know what to say about that. Let's continue.
What do you think about the future of the marriage and dating market? Now, the number of single people has exceeded 200 million. Men and women are not as keen on marriage anymore. Men have wised up. Their Alipay balance is something they show women, not something they spend on them. And women, with higher education and financial independence, also have very high expectations for marriage. It's not enough just to have aligned values. They want someone attractive enough to make them feel something. So, both men and women find it hard to get what they want from marriage, and instead, see their quality of life decline after getting married. The smarter you are, the sooner you can see this trend, and the more clearly and soberly you can live your life.
Damn.
The way digger girls or gold-digging women deceive men to take their money has changed a lot recently. Today, there are many ways to scam, from online methods to offline ones, in all kinds of chat apps. In the past, these women were more blatant, deceiving men with fake marriages, fake dating, emotional fraud, and even scams like the pig slaughter scam, romance scam. But now, they act in a more secretive way, pretending to be very poor, pretending to be very obedient, and pretending to be very devoted daughters. And what does the process of deceiving men look like? Do you know? The first step is to package themselves, that is, to create a good image of themselves, from their appearance to their WeChat name, body, education, references, and even the identity of a good student. Everything is fake. Everything is designed to please what men want to see. This is the first step.
You know, a friend of mine told me a few times, he was like, never tell the girl what type of woman that you're looking for, because she might pretend to be that woman just to get whatever she wants out of you. That's another thing. You guys need to stop telling these women what type of women that you like, because they could turn into that woman overnight and basically just be an actor until they just cut you off. So that's another thing you got to watch out for too. And these are for plain Janes. I'm not even talking about dime pieces. You got average women doing this.
After creating this image, the so-called women or mentors teach how to choose the aquarium, the men, going to various business associations, company training events, and other places where they meet entrepreneurs and small to medium business owners. They call these places aquariums. Once the aquarium is selected, they start to seduce the men in various ways to build an intimate relationship. After a few months, once the relationship is well established, they begin to open up, sharing stories of difficulties in life, like a family member getting sick, needing to build a house, a relative having an accident, or the need for money to pay for college or a credit card debt. As you start to get attached to them and develop feelings, they begin to send signals that they need money. When the feeling is already strong, it's hard to resist. I see daily.
If she ain't family, don't help her. And I'm not even talking about bloodline. Like, if this ain't somebody you knew since you was like 6 years old, don't fucking help them. That's the only thing I can say about that.
In short videos, how men are deceived in different ways by these digger girls. And the worst part is that there are specialized courses teaching women how to carry out these scams. This is an inhumane emotional fraud, and those who do this truly deserve to go to hell because they are people with immense guilt.
Upon entering the comment section of this video, the praises continue. Amy, tell me the price of the course. I'll pay double. These people are already great. Now they just need to package themselves and marry who they want to have the perfect life. Although some of these comments are just jokes, they subtly end up promoting distorted values. Seeking to marry a rich man is not just a quest for status. Many, by endorsing this materialistic behavior, are turning themselves into commodities, using beauty and body to obtain money. Women who make money as digger girls may gain some short-term advantages, but in reality, they end up delaying their own lives, missing the chance to find a genuine partner.
And next thing you know, they're 40, 50 years old, they're washed up, and next thing you know, they're bragging about having younger men. But those younger men are going to use them for you know what. So basically, these digger girls are pretty much prostitutes. So sad. This video is hard to watch. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll catch you on the next video. It's going to be hot. Peace.